Hi, my name is Erica Kalinowski, and I am the Assistant Dean of TCNJ's School of the Arts and Communication. At this point, I hope that you have enjoyed Dean Hall's message to all admitted students within Arts and Com. But at this point, I'm going to focus specifically on our undeclared program within the school. Since we are in the getting to know you stage, and I've learned a little bit about you based on selecting the undeclared program, let me share a bit about myself. As mentioned, I am the assistant dean of our school, which means that I work very closely with our faculty, students, and staff. With our students, I do a lot of advisement, specifically with the undeclared program. And I co-facilitate with our dean our ArtsCom seminar, which all students take in their first semester. I'll share a little bit about that later on in our presentation. I am a graduate of the College of New Jersey, both with my undergraduate degree and my master's. I was lucky enough to be part of the Communication Studies program at TCNJ, focusing on public and mass communication, and I also finished a minor in marketing. So I have been part of the TCNJ community for a few decades now, and I've loved it every step of the way. While I was at the College of New Jersey, I changed my major. I started as an elementary education student focusing on Spanish, and I made the change to communication studies around my sophomore year. While I didn't enter as an undeclared student, I do know what it's like to be in exploration and looking for what's the best fit for me. I love sports, reading, and photography, so you'll see behind me there's a lot of books that I want to get through while we are working from home during this time, and I love to take pictures all around our beautiful campus as well as in my community. So let me share a little bit about your academic home. You've most likely chosen arts and communication in the undeclared status because you have an interest in at least one, if not more, of our programs. As you can see, arts and communication is one of our 7 schools here at TCNJ, and we have roughly about 800 students. We bring in about 150 first-year students within arts and communication every year. So you may be asking yourself, or your friends and family may be asking, why undeclared? As many as 50, if not 75% of college students change their major at least once during their academic career. And on average, students change their program at least 3 times over the course of their college career. Students who do come in as the undeclared cohort tend to have fewer major changes once they do decide on what's the right fit for them than students who come in as a declared student in a particular program. So that being said, it allows students the flexibility to safely explore, have honest conversations about their interests both inside and outside of arts and communication, and take courses that make sense for that navigation while taking our liberal learning program as well, that's common for all majors. I want to share a little bit about why some of our students have chosen undeclared arts and communication. First, you're going to meet Aaliyah, a first-year student.
I chose undecided arts and communications because coming into college, I was so overwhelmed with all the majors and the possible careers that I could get out of those majors, but I knew that I loved art. And now, since being in TCNJ, they have gone above and beyond to help show me the majors that they offer and what I can do with those majors to make a career that I'm going to love.
Hi, my name is Victoria Bicella, and I'm a former undeclared arts and communications major. I now am focusing in public and mass within the communications study department, and I owe it all to starting out as undeclared for choosing the right track. I was really able to explore different courses within the department and ultimately make the best decision.
So who are your undeclared students? Who are you? Well, we know, just as Aaliyah and Victoria had shared, they are motivated, multi-interested, creative, high-achieving students. These are not students who are without interest, and that's why they're choosing undeclared. No, on the contrary, they are picking this option because they know that they want to accomplish a lot while they are college students, and they're just looking for the right package to achieve all of those goals. So I work closely with students to get everything accomplished that they want to in a package that works for them. So as I mentioned, I am the advisor for the undeclared cohort, and that means connecting on a regular basis through individual advising appointments, through our weekly seminar that we have, our AMM 99, and making sure that I always know what your goals are, what your interests are, what you like, what you don't like, and teasing out those interests to find the right fit. Once students have transitioned into a major, they will be assigned a new academic advisor specific for that program, but you're always welcome to still stay connected with me. I believe in layers of support from our faculty, our students, our staff, just to make sure that you have all of the information that you need. So I tend to stay connected with our arts and comm students even after they've left the undeclared status. So how will you, while you're at TCNJ under Arts and Comm, figure out what the best major is for you? Well, certainly we'll craft a schedule for you that includes courses that are going to introduce you to the majors that you're thinking about. You'll get advisement from me, as well as lots of connections with our faculty and our staff and other students. The AMM 99 seminar course, which gives a lot of exposure to our programs, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. And then certainly there's a whole host of departmental resources online that students are encouraged to walk through, certainly with my support, to make sure that you know all of our programs, our majors, our minors, what students do with research and internships and post-graduation. Attendance and events is required for students in our first year, and our AMM 99 includes faculty lectures, exhibits, performances, and other speakers, panel discussions. So we encourage students to take advantage of all of the different things that are going on outside of the classroom to ensure that they have that full scope of what students can do. There's lots of opportunities for networking, both on campus as well as off campus, within Arts and Comm, through our Career Center and different departments. There's individual career counseling that's hosted by our Career Center on campus, and we bring our liaison for our Career Center into our class multiple times to give our students so much information and guidance. And then certainly outside of the academic arena, we want students to get involved co-curricularly, and that means being a part of organizations, being a leader in those organizations, both in terms of what fits academically as well as exploring other interests. We understand that our students are multifaceted and may have interests that span all over our campus. So when the time is right, how will you transition into a major? Well, as I mentioned, we're going to be working together on a regular basis. You're going to be letting me know all along the way what your interests are and your goals so that we can make the best choices possible for you and with you. We want you to understand all of the entrance processes that go on with making a major change. This is not an overwhelming experience, but with our support, you're going to be mindful of the deadlines, any foundation courses that need to get done, if there is an essay or portfolio or an addition for some of our programs. Certainly in music and art and interactive multimedia, there are things that need to get accomplished that might be outside of the traditional take this course and then move on. Undeclared students are encouraged to transition into their program of desire by the end of their sophomore year. This is to allow enough time if there are sequenced courses along the way. Most of our students are able to make a decision sooner than that, just based on their early exploration. And as you can see, a student like Aaliyah that I showed before is really excited within her second semester and has decided on the art program. So at this point, I hope that you do know what programs we offer within the school. As you can see, we have 5 departments which house art and art history, communication studies, interactive multimedia, journalism and professional writing, and music. And within those departments, we have several majors that students can choose from, both that are attached to education, like art education and music education. There are performance majors. Within visual arts, there are concentrations in fine arts, graphic design, photo video. Communication studies has 3 specializations that students can choose from, including interpersonal communication, public and mass communication, which is what I was a part of, and the radio, TV, film track. And there are so many other possibilities that students can choose from. There are many minors that we house, including all of the majors that I mentioned. There are minors in those areas. And then theater, professional writing, we have in the works broadcast journalism, music technology also should be in place by the time you are a student here. And then outside of communication and in arts and communication, there are so many perfect pairings. This includes public health, marketing, management, other business disciplines, psychology, and other social sciences. If you have an interest in areas like science, I've seen students put those areas together as really neat pairings. It is a matter of finding what's the right fit for you in terms of majors, minors, double minors, triple minors, and so forth. There's so much that you can get done here. And we're a small enough campus that we can test the waters in those areas very easily. What will you take in your first semester? You are going to be enrolled in our non-credit arts comms seminar, which I had mentioned before. I can't say enough great things about this opportunity for students to be able to connect on a regular basis with me and with our dean, with other students, faculty, staff, and outside speakers. You'll be taking a first seminar course. This is a writing intensive class that's theme-based, and we let our students get some say in terms of what they're going to be learning about there. Of course, you're going to be taking exploratory courses. That's going to allow you to test those waters. They may be in and outside of arts and communication programs. And then liberal learning. As you're looking at other institutions, you're going to hear general education. Liberal learning is our name for the general ed piece that allows you to take some things outside of arts and comm, such as histories and philosophies and science and math, so that you are investing in a well-rounded education that's going to make you a perfect global citizen. This schedule that we're putting forth allows students to really explore their interests from the beginning, not necessarily waiting until they're a sophomore to dig into the meat of their interests. This allows you to try courses, as I mentioned, both in and outside of arts and communication. So we have early and often conversations, really even as that summer term comes, as we are knowing that you are depositing at the College of New Jersey, we have a lot of reach out to make sure that we understand what your goals are. So the Arts and Comms Seminar, as I had mentioned, this is something that all of our new Arts and Comms students take. Certainly, it allows students to understand expectations both at the college level as well as within the School of the Arts and Communication. It provides resources to make sure that your transition into our programs is a successful one and that you have the support and tools that you need to make sure that the semester starts off on the right footing. It gives exposure to departments and disciplines. So students within arts and comm, even if they're a declared major, they're going to be getting a sense of what our music students are doing and our art and our journalism and our communication and IMM. So it allows students that are even in declared programs to see if maybe there's that perfect pairing that fits their goals. It gives exposure to all of our departments. It allows students to see not only within arts and comm, but what our Office of Leadership is doing, what our Office of Student Transitions might be doing. It gives an opportunity for students to share an interdisciplinary experience with their cohort, with their fellow new students. And one big piece of this is a final project at the end of our term, of our fall term, and that's going to be an opportunity to work hand in hand, partner to partner with other students in our program to put together something really artistically creative and beautiful. We bring in compelling speakers, as I mentioned, both within and outside of arts and communication. We have all of our departments represented to share their interests, what they're working on, wonderful performances, really neat experiences. And we often bring in outside individuals. And so each semester, our students are required to attend several outside activities and really well-known individuals that are coming in. We have panels of former students that are sharing about their experiences. Some of the speakers that we've had along the way in the fall, we had Hallie Jackson of NBC and MSNBC come in and speak. We had renowned scientist Brian Green speak to our college, and our arts and comm students were able to take advantage of that. We had many performances. As you can see here, this is showcasing our Mayo Concert Hall, and we had a beautiful performance from our music department and a compelling lecture from our communication studies department. So what's next? I want to hear from you. And that might mean that we're connecting through social media. Maybe we have an individual Zoom or Google Meet. You are welcome to email me with anything that you are curious about, whether it has to do with the Undeclared program or just our school in general. I am here to answer all of your questions. I know that this cannot replace the in-person Accepted Students Day. And one of the selling points of the College of New Jersey is that personal relationship that you make with staff, faculty, and fellow students. So I hope that you've gotten a sense of what the College of New Jersey means to me as a graduate and an employee for quite some time. I am so passionate about what we do in arts and communication, and I hope that you'll get the opportunity to experience that as well. Let me know if you need anything. I'm just an email away, and please take care and stay safe.